everything in the line of duty. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Remember to mark your calendars for Flag Day, which is the 4th of July. I know they're blasting fireworks at certain locations here at Fort Knox. By the way, if you all could help me, I've never asked for anything. There's a section in the local BX page, right here on post. For my heroes, I'd like you to fill that out as soon as possible. You go to the My Heroes website and you turn in my full name. I'd appreciate it for $25,000, which would greatly help me. Everything around here, my son's car, who's 7 and lives in Florida, and his future college education. So go to the BX on the main website online and fill out My Heroes, myheroes.com. I'll show you the little page just a few seconds. It was in the last advertisement. myhero.com link and fill out my name as soon as possible. I hope I win with all y'all's prayers. Wouldn't that be bragging rights here at Fort Knox, huh? He just helped Care Bear for his future son's education. Y'all know what website I'm talking about? Go online on the BX main web page and fill out the My Hero link. God bless. Thank you very, very much for somebody who cares for everybody. All over the world, here at Fort Knox. God bless. Speaking of that, since it is almost July, July 4th right here, ain't that a smile? Golly. Also, new security measures update. I hear we still have a rental scam problem. Do you all read that right there? Okay, good. No rental scams, which means no hiding under the windows, no using vinyl wall interiors, no hiding in the metal ventilation shaft, no sneaking into the garage attic. If they find you or anybody here illegally without my permission, they have the right to arrest you unannounced. I'm not amused with these idiot drug filth that are currently loitering underground this floorboard, trying to steal what have you to internet cable. Get rid of them, get them out of the window area, from the vinyl wall, the patio underneath. They have an entrance obviously dug underground. I want it found. You can start here, those with badges, and dig them out. They didn't have permission to be here. They didn't have permission to be on my roof. They didn't have permission to be anywhere in this gosh darn house. Period. They didn't have permission to start with. And if you can't do your jobs, then we need to go get somebody who can. 94 billion people, you think it over. Because that's not right for a house of 5, I'm speaking on behalf, who have to sit there and wonder why they're walking by and all of a sudden there's something going off. They come home and they find their whole house trashed, first of all, dead giveaway, mud everywhere, their clothes used that they just washed, and their gosh darn stuff not where it's supposed to be. A house of 5 people military. You think that's freaking humorous? Oh wait, they're sitting there on speakerphones talking about molesting and drugging these folks and tainting their food and running off with their stuff after hours. Especially during 7 in the morning. Good luck with that in this house. These people are authorized to shoot you on the spot. If you don't identify yourself and you don't have ID, you're sure as hell not getting into my house. No trespassing, period. I support all of you. I keep you all employed. I'm not going to hesitate. There's nothing worse than some fat-mouthed female criminal out there trying to harass a dad the wrong way who's single. Worse, trying to deprive him of fan mail from all of you which is why I said again, I haven't got squat from any of you since last Christmas, except the church here on base. Something wrong with that picture. If this fat lord underneath with her idiot sidekills dropping her off illegally at 7 in the morning, for no reason, trespassing underground and breaking in through the back door in the garage, have no business being in this house. Worse, trying to pull some rental scam claiming they're the owner. No, they're not. They're full of crap. That goes from the house next door. That goes for the house I care about across from me in the backyard. We're not going to hesitate to arrest you folks. Vinyl wall entering don't work here. Neither does hiding in the under roof ledge. Hiding under any metal interiors. Y'all need to think that one over while watching Border Wars. I keep cops employed, U.S. Marshals, FBI. Obviously someone thinks y'all got your certificates from a Cracker Jack box. Maybe y'all need to do a better job while barbecuing. Someone's family up there wanted me to point that out. Keep an eye out around here while you're living in your own house. Like I said, it's ironic how people don't do anything until your health product's been messed with or your coffee. Obviously that's not coffee you're drinking, huh? It tastes like what? Opium, perhaps? Or maybe something they dug up underground that has raid in it. It's not till someone does something to you, then you do something. Is that how it's supposed to go around here? I appreciate everybody who's doing right. John Walsh can't have all the fun. Leave it to an Army Chief Air Force officer's son to fend these stupid lunatic offenders the hell away from me and our pipes right here. They're here in my own house. Thank you very much, because I'm not going to hesitate. This is where the buck stops. We don't take sides with criminals, okay? I don't appreciate your fat lord on top of a dining facility in the ceiling trying to commit fraud with your cell cameras. You stay the fudge cakes away from my friends. You stay the fudge cakes away from those working hard day and night who stand for what's right. You stay the hell off their ceilings, too. Obviously, if they're transponding the speakerphone microchip crap, they must not live far away. Why is an offender, what's what a senator who's watching this wants to know, why is an offender living nearby able to broadcast that crap to start with? Something wrong in this town if we have an offender being hid somewhere, a bad apple. You people who are harboring that person, don't do that person any favors. We don't have to watch America's Most Wanted here to figure this out. Who do you think they're going to rat out first when it all hits the fan, huh? You think that cop's going to hesitate to shoot you, hiding underground, under this floorboard here? He's not going to put his life at risk. He's going to give you seconds to get out of there. He's going to give you seconds to get out of this vinyl wall. Anywhere in this interior walls you're hiding at, he will only give you a few seconds to get out before he shoots you. You don't have any business being in my home. Period. You don't have any business being in that neighbor's home waiting for him to leave or her to leave so you can rip them off, use their facilities, their utilities. You're full of crap, you know that? Do I look like I'm scared of you? I think you're the stupidest criminal ever. I can't wait for you to be in behind bars, along with the idiot who let you in, and the idiot beforehand who let you in before that. People don't enjoy spending 90 miles of commute sacrificing their time when they know full well something's amiss here. If there's an offender mouth nearby and they're harassing your car, your stuff, everything, even sitting there talking about trying to cut someone's tube on their tires, we got problems here, people, while you're out barbecuing. Okay? But the thing about those folks with 20 kids or something, they shouldn't have to go through that kind of thought while barbecuing too alongside you. Obviously, Care Bear cares. He has to point this out while you're doing your jobs as best as possible. We need someone to help these folks out. You are not above the law. And you can stay the hell away from my medical records and everything else. Good luck trying to steal any of that. Health fraud here, don't pay. Crime, don't pay. The mayor here in Elizabethtown hasn't gone so much golfing in years. I prevent suicides. I keep people employed. It's going to stay a crime-free town. That goes with the city next to it. I don't give a fudge cakes, flying fudge cakes, who you all people are. Kids know that this daddy stands for what's right around here. And I put crap back into you people, okay? Let me tell you something. God made me to make up for all the wrong in this world and to bring balance to everything else. Real friends do their own homework. They don't hire idiots with criminal records to do their own little private photograph investigation and drive them around just to see me. Don't do that no more. They're just ripping you off. I live at 328 Helm Street. This is my house. If anyone says I'm on the roof or I'm walking around homeless, we got problems. That's an offender trick. That's what they want. A real friend knocks. Otherwise, you're not getting in. Bottom line. I don't care who they are. This is my house. And it's going to stay a crime-free neighborhood even when I'm not home. I shouldn't have to come home and find my whole house trashed, the facility used, and my towels dirty. What does that tell you? And my health products messed with. It's not till they put Clorox in your shampoo and pee through your shower stall, then you understand there's an offender lurking around. We need to do something, obviously. Because hiding in vinyl walls with heat-seeking goggles don't work here. That's why I have satellites watching me day and night, but they can't do all the work. They think you guys won't dig a hole and dig these people out wherever they're hiding under a window ledge. I want them gone. I want them out of the neighbor's house. I want them out of the neighbor's house after that. We can't rely on Good Morning America to do all the fun for us. God bless everybody watching them who point this news out. I watch it day and night. I'm not going to tolerate scrap for that kind-hearted neighbor who works 60-plus hours hoping to God while driving a rig that his home don't get broken into. Do you think that's fair for him or her? So, trust me, when I come to your town and I move in, people, especially beautiful, sexy women, will be sitting there, thank God, finally. Because that's one Italian equals everything else in him that won't hesitate looking out for you and your stuff. It don't matter if I go to Hawaii next or whoever has the courage, female-wise, to come up here and knock on the door because they need someone like me in their country, real bad, because they're getting tired of writing these letters at the end of the day, for one, and having a hard time keeping folks employed without me throwing a few pointers. They're really dying to ask. People don't want bull crap. They want real Care Bear cares. That's exactly what it means. Because I'm the one friend who won't turn you away when you get A, laid off, let go, laid off again, or thrown out to pasture after 50 years. I'm the one shoulder you can cry on. That doesn't make it right to take advantage of me and treat my place like crap. I don't care who they are. God bless John Walsh, everybody else, Law and Order, WWF that come by. Shania Twain, another friend. I'm still waiting on the tickets. They're not here. Where are they? Obviously that fender thought you wouldn't check on that, huh? While keeping you all employed out there, not just Dolly Parton. Few pointers here. People trying to deprive me of friends. Check on it, dear friend. I look forward to seeing you at your concert here soon. That's another thing. She's in town. Tickets are still available. Call UK. Check out the website. Here in Tennessee, Kentucky. Look it up. Shania Twain. Trying to keep her going. And everybody else, country, y'all saw the Oscars. Wasn't that amazing? From a real dad, a single daddy who doesn't tolerate squat. Not just watching it all in movies, huh? I even draw a pretty picture while caring for 94 billion people of you all over the world. This daddy cares for every one of you. Ignore that jealous criminal record, no good fudge cake female offender who's stalking me everywhere I go, trying to steal that credit card information or what have you. They're the dumbest convicts ever. I want them out of this neighborhood permanently. There's something always particular odd here when you're raised as a young child, that if you don't look outside and turn the light on for 5 minutes, something's always bound to happen, not just on TV. People with badges can't do it all. By the way, this is for Fort Campbell too and everybody else. I have a huge backyard bachelor pad. There's a grill out back there. Y'all want to go tinning sometime? You need to cool off after coming back deployed. Help yourself. Right there, backyard. See it? Pitch a tent. Hope you feel better. Not do this at the end of the day. I'm that caring, that kind of friend. I won't turn away a veteran. Sure as hell won't turn away a neighbor in need. Especially you women out there I've run into over the last few years. Swear to fudge cakes, there are people down south who miss me a great deal because I'm the one soldier who ain't scared of squat. We've seen JFK, Martin Luther King, and everybody else, Bruce Lee, who put the bullet in the gun and why. Does I look like the kind of guy intimidated anyone? God didn't stop for you and everybody else. I sure as hell ain't quitting anytime soon. I'm that real. I'm more stern on myself than anybody here I care about. You have not been hurt like me. I pray you never do. Do you know why? Because I'm friend enough to say it. I sacrificed 7+ years for all of you. By the way, the judge watching this in Orlando, Florida, who knows Myra Sasson's deportation procedure, you need to listen up, ma'am, sir. I'm not being heard, obviously, because she's too busy to care. This is the kind of pen-pal relationship we have right now. You think that's fair to two grandmothers up there in heaven right now, who know everything that occurred that caused this mess was bull crap? Swear to fudge case for a guy who can drive through flood rain, stand in front of a Hautweiser shell and launch fireworks with a steak knife, 11 at the same time at O'Connor's Irish Pub. Something wrong here if the reward is nothing but loneliness for the last few years. Anybody over there getting the hint yet? What's the point of rewarding her another year, only to be treated like garbage and forgotten about like something on a trophy to dust off? You think that's fair for an OR nurse up there? You might want to think a little harder. Because some real friends standing in Florida and everywhere else don't think this charade should continue. I don't care if you have to bring him here by force if necessary. And think it over while doing it. Make sure this little sick chess game of pawn using my son to get at me trick stops. Sometime soon. I'm praying for a frickin' miracle here. Wake up down there in the immigration court. Because y'all must think this is humorous. I don't even know the status of his health and everything else. She deprived me of that. Oh wait, her ex-husband lives right across the street. So do her relatives. I'd appreciate it if you enforce the don't harass that daddy for the next 20 freaking years. How about that policy? Because that's his legal guardian. She's not. I say what goes for my son. I don't give a fudge cake what you think you can pull, sir. You don't have a say in that boy's life. I do. And he lives in Florida. That's Christopher Morehouse's dad talking to him right here. I say what's best for my son. You don't have the right sitting there 60+ hours, what have you, and rewarding me with signs for a whole year. I look forward to the day I'll be happy is when she's at home. I didn't decide squat for the last 7 years. Obviously someone's forging documents here, trying to make sure Daddy never sees him again. Find out, that's another hint. Because this charade of bull crap, excuse me kids out there, needs to end sometime today. Do you think it's cute depriving a guy of birthdays, Christmases, even Father's Day for the last 7 years? I don't think any single mom or dad finds that humorous. Y'all keep praying for a miracle here. Like I said, if you have to haul her here and band-aid it and stand in front of her, you're being deported. Myra Sasson, you need to bring Christopher back here pronto. Because meanwhile, till you do, I'm not going to hesitate here to humiliate to whoever I gotta humiliate just to prove a point. Making sure this sick joke, immigration-wise, not everybody's like that, which is why you should do your homework first. Before bringing someone here, make sure they have a college degree so they don't have it so hard. Works both ways. Takes two people. Bull crap don't pay here. From a real dad who knows what's best for that little boy. I spent 70 years of my time sacrificing for all you. I don't ask very much, even in prayers. But I do care about your help from a family of nurses. And I do prevent this in front of 94 billion people. God bless my techs who work day and night sacrificing their times, making sure all these corporate beneficiaries meet here sooner or later because they're getting tired of me being ripped off. Thanks to you and your hard work, make sure they see my house address and everything else. This is where he lives. We need to see him in person, obviously, so we can keep this website going. Not just Dolly Parton and everybody else, Grandma Dear, having all the fun here. There's someone sick enough trying to steal y'all's mail before it even arrives me, even sick enough to shred it or send it back to you, hoping you give up. Don't give up. Keep trying. A real friend would never stop. I would never send a friend a love letter or even a new opening application back to you. Does that make any sense? That's what that offender wants. Keep trying. Send it UPS. What have you? I would never send back a friend letter or a wedding proposal. Nobody to write by would. Come on. Venezuela, petite, mostly sports-minded, educated. Hello. That's what I'm into. I'm not into anything else. No disrespect. But I know what I want in life, and I refuse for a single dad to fall for bull crap under here or the neighbor's house or anything else that's going on in this neighborhood. She's even trying to make me look bad publicly. It's how work it is at. It's never gonna work. You might as well give it up while you're still locked away behind bars, which is what I look forward to you going. They got a nice room for you folks doing wrong to folks. That's with a psychology degree and a family of nurses. I don't tolerate crap. It don't matter if I go wherever I go next, where God takes me, God willing. I'm the one friend you can cry on who won't turn you away, won't treat you like garbage, won't treat you like that guy who treated on you 5 years ago. I'm that real, that caring. I'm even kind enough to remind you, hope and pray that you had a good day. I'm right where you left me last. Don't believe that idiot with a criminal record who's willing to say anything to get off base. You keep those lunatic meth addicts to fudge cakes away from Care Bear cares. That's what you do best at, while caring for everybody else. I appreciate those who are looking out for me now, day and night, because they don't tolerate crap either. I'm against crime and everything else. The day I move in, it's true what they say. People clean house real fast. I give you a look your parents give you when you're doing something wrong. I don't need electric with the gift I have. I make X-Men, Doom, whatever movie comes to float, child's play. Being psychic at all, it's a gift. I don't care about these critics. I don't care about what other people say about you. I care about your heart and everything else about you. Nothing worse than some criminal drug filth out there preying upon a military family. I don't find that humorous. Do you? Why wait 20 years when they turn your whole neighborhood into a zoo, not just watching Lethal Weapon or Die Hard? Why not cut them off at the pass and take action now? 1-800-CRIME-TIPS. There's a hint. How many times have I saved your harm parts next door by waiting 5 seconds? Look it out. Same kind of feeling friend right here. Neighbor right here. That's the kind of Care Bear. He'll do that without even trying. You may think he's sleeping, but he's not. He's looking out for you, your investments and everything else around you. There are people who want to pay me a beer or something. It's not about that, but thank you for your offerings and stuff. At least make sure I get it. Don't leave it in the mailbox or it'll get stolen. You want something to ride here? Either you deliver it, one in person, which is the best, or send a friend, or deliver it yourself and make sure I get it. Because if you leave it there in the mail, someone's trying to hurt that postal service real bad, put them out of business. Now, humor is for a 50-year-old senior, huh? Here I am trying to keep 40 billion of you still employed. I appreciate those who look out for my mailbox and everything night and day on post at Fort Knox. God bless you, and here at my house. It's not humorous when you walk outside and you find there's no mail. That's what hurts that postal service. You seen the postman in the movie? There's a hint. I don't use a script. Peter Jennings didn't use a script when he was still alive. God bless his soul. As a reporter, why should they have all the fun? Here I am telling it like it is. Farmers rather believe me all over the world than a piece of metal without a heartbeat. I'm never raw when it comes to the weather. It's a gift. You far-sighted, kind of psychic feeling. I'm never wrong. If I say it's gonna rain with thunder and lightning, wait and see. There are damsels out there who are so smart, they bet a case of coffee over it and still win, hands down. Watch. That's all they'll say. Why should animals have all the fun when predicting weather? By the way, keep buying these movies on post, as you can see why. Do you see the fine print? Each donation, each buying movie right here goes to Wounded Warriors Program. Every other foundation that I have ever supported, especially children. Much love to all you kids out there. This single dad doesn't hold back, especially when it comes to the future of all kids everywhere. COSAIRS, UNICEF, everyone. Even Miracle, Children's Hospitals, Jennifer Lopez, another diehard watcher, out of millions and billions of people. One of many who know when Casanova speaks for his heart, he's not on here for his health or walking around a post for humor. No. Even though I know how to make people laugh, that's besides the point. Why should Bob Hope have it all? Good Morning Vietnam, another favorite. Robin Williams. You know how he goes off when that movie starts. I make people laugh. That's what I do. Keep these jealous, no good people the heck away from carriers. We've all watched Martin Luther King, Bruce Lee, who put the bullet in the gun, Paul Walker. I remind people of Paul being near me. I mean, there's not a thing I wouldn't do trying to cheer someone up. Generals and everybody else can't have all the fun. I keep them employed too in prayer. I don't ask for much, but when I say something, it's not for my health. It's to cheer you up and make you feel not so old in the world, but wanted, appreciated, loved, cared about. That guy up there, he didn't stop believing in you even when he was hung out to dry. I've had that experience being through love. Takes two, not one. One can't do it alone. You want something to work, love-wise? It requires work. Don't give up. My ex, well, she's married to her job. You want something bad enough? You gotta realize something. If you sit there and blow somebody off years after years, they're not gonna wait. They're gonna move on. They don't like being treated like a piece of table or furniture where you just wipe it once in a while and forget about them. That's not how it works. Especially an Air Force officer's son who needs his little boy here right now. I've kept in contact with her. Good luck with lying on any forgeries of bull crap. That judge is not amused, and using my kid to stay here only goes so far before they send you back home by force. Don't say I wasn't polite enough to tell you all about that one. They will put you in handcuffs. Look at the date on your little documents, because I haven't signed squat in the last 7 years. Something wrong here. If she's still here, through my kid, only to be rewarded with another year of loneliness and not being able to see him because she's too busy to care. Sorry, I gotta work. That's her best signature right there. Don't get fooled by that. Y'all need to call right. Hey, you need to hear this video. This isn't humorous to two grandmothers up there. He needs his kid back right now. That little boy, 7 years old, needs his daddy. Now. Not tomorrow. Now. And keep praying until it happens. Moving right along. Again, please fill out this 4th of July. It was in the flyer prior to this one. On one of these pages here, BX Online, My Hero, fill it out, link, and put my name, Russell Morehouse. Now, God knows everybody running around with their heads coughed, trying, for the love of God, to make sure I see these flyers, trying to keep them employed, especially the small businesses here in Elizabethtown. I do a lot for folks. If I see something, I'm the first one to save your hind parts, especially this damsel and everybody else who drops off a business card. I'm not someone to be afraid of. I'm not someone you slander as a reward for caring for a whole military installation out of millions, especially the new one in Spain. Como estas, all of you over there? Much love. Holding that serious military installation open for business. God bless you all. From here to Lackland, my father's stomping grounds, to Ramstein Air Force Base, Luke Air Force Base, Washington Hack. Everybody out there, I'm not into politics. I do know Smithsonian doesn't just exist. 9 in the museum. God bless Robin Williams' family. Zelda, his daughter, who he misses very much. He's not far away. He still has the same sense of humor and still rides that horse like he owns this place, okay? George Washington comes through here. Trust me, not just Abraham once in a while through the garage. They know how to come through. Trust it. Y'all need to cut out the musket fire. You know, it's not just historians here. Everybody, I try banging hard. People don't travel 20 hours to commute for no reason. Especially dropping off a card because they know Care Bear is one person. When he shows up, it gets packed, not just at a restaurant. That is one guy who cares for all of you. He won't treat you like crap. He sure as hell won't put you down for having a job. I'd rather all of you be employed than laid off. That is my one wish. The other wish is y'all, wherever you come from, get here safe and sound. I feel for the bachelorette who missed me by 5 minutes and I was just here at the door. Coming all the way from the airport, right? Obviously, Die Hard, the movie, can't have all the fun for flight attendants, huh? Even they need a crash pad other than a hotel. It saves. I'm that thoughtful. Who would think of that? Keep trying with your little cute little luggage and keep knocking. Sooner or later, Care Bear will open the door. Pacific time, there's a hint. Obviously, no matter how hard he tries, he's having that volleyball. Bachelorette / sitting at the beach dream. No wonder he's not waking up. You wouldn't wake up either if you were a guy. No, you know, go keep playing. I'm just going to sit here and watch. Kind of dream. James Dean can't have it all. I tell like it is, I make people fall over and laugh because, golly, life's too short. Obviously, if he goes on base to the commissary, he does a lot for models, huh? Obviously, it's the reason to keep coming here in person, not just her on the wall, but every other model out there in need of a place to stay at for a couple of days and think things over, huh? I'm that kind. So if you're in need, which would you rather have? Being poured on in the rain, sleeping in your car, or having a roof over your head? No crime, no lunatics, no nothing, no bull-fudge case. This daddy doesn't hesitate. Trust me, I have nothing to lose but everything to gain. Obviously, a guy who speaks all languages, family man, sports-minded, stays in shape, watches his health, is not someone you take for granted or throw away. Bottom line, I deserve a lot better than that. especially with two grandmothers up there who recently passed away a while ago. I'm not someone you spit on. I'm not someone you throw in the trash can either. I have God in me. I have nothing to lose. I keep churches employed. One of the greatest, St. James, not far away. The one in Louisville, Mass Air, them too. God bless all of you. I watch every Sunday, especially when I try vainly hard to wait up all night long. Something even at a restaurant encouraged me to wait a while. It takes 2 hours for some people to get here. Some just says, wait, keep waiting. Sooner that devil might run in through the door. A general, what have you. Only you just missed him by 5 minutes. Darn. I know how that feels. That's why I sit there and wait a while. Something just tells me, wait, there's a friend who misses me or needs a hug or a shoulder to cry on. Honestly, he was just here. He does that Matrix thing again. Oracle, that actress can't have it all. You're glad he can't fly. You'd really have a hard time fighting him, not just in trees. Sipping Starbucks, looking down at you dabsels. Wanting my apple like Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn somewhere. Favorite books of mine as a child, other than Dr. Seuss. I miss a lot of kids out there that are kids in hospitals who love me wholeheartedly, who didn't ask for cancer, leukemia, another reason to keep living. There are kids in hospitals, especially those. There's one police officer who has a daughter in there, and he's like sitting there, and she watches me non-stop. She'll wait till he leaves and then pull out the cell phone. You thought you were alone, little one? Obviously, nobody's going to be breaking my Stay Awake Xbox record anytime soon. Obviously, you're not alone. But keep at it. I feel for you, especially when you're looking at making sure the coast is clear. You thought it was just kids in foster homes who do that? None good. Okay, you even have a lookout. You're squared away. Much love. I keep praying for all you who need a parent or someone to love. I hope that somebody as caring as I am you find and run into doesn't take advantage of you, doesn't anything about the money or anything else. It's the fact that you need a parent, a friend who likes playing soccer even, someone who you put your heart and friendship into. One thing I can't stand is someone disrespecting a kid. That is a kid. He's not a boxing bag for your bad day at work. You don't think your family up there already filled me in all about you? When I woke up this morning, you might want to rethink that picture, sir. That little boy is not to blame for you having a bad day with that beer bottle. There's an awakening up there. Keep in mind, when you croak, and it's all said and done, they know all about you up there, okay? A tree branch is only a starting point. He or she will answer for a lot of things. Sing Christmas carols, you folks might want to wake up and smell the coffee. Because I answer on behalf of millions of you out there. Your family up there, they want to know a bunch of things, how your day even went. I'm even kind enough to add, I hope you stretched for the day and drunk a lot of water to stay hydrated. I'm that caring. When you run into me, it's not for my health. I know all about you. Your family's standing next to me in the afterlife. Like you have a choice in that matter. By the way, while watching Last Samurai, you're always welcome here, by the way. Konnichiwa, all my millions of fans out there. Something occurred to me while I was watching this movie, and it takes a while, and I'm sitting there. I got a grandmother not far away with a cane. Obviously, she's trying to point something out. It's not just Indian tribes who are trying to keep their land. Hence, is why I wrote this. After the part, if you watch my channel, the part where I talked about it's important to remember from an emperor friend of mine, actor, who starts off in the little movie, it's important to remember who you are and where you come from near the ending. We must not forget where we come from. It's also important to uphold such laws that govern your land before someone who always wants more takes it from you and throws you off your land. You want your family history to stay alive? Then you must call, right, whoever you need to call, ambassadors, presidents, whoever's in charge, and tell them that, hey, we are a part of your history. If you want history, the word alone to last, you must take steps, or it'll be taken from you little by population. Before you know it, it's what used to be samurai is no longer a word. You want this future to happen? No? Then you must start writing, start calling whoever you need to call, and stand there in person and remind them, if it were not for our heritage, you would not exist. You do not have the right to tell us to leave our land. I'm that caring, I'm that kind of friend. That's why I wrote this. I even explain it to you. See that? Que cares. Not just wildlife preservation. Same laws that help uphold wildlife. You hear in America, especially all you tribes, Apache, Comanche, Huron, Yenis, Mohican, Mexicana. All of you who want to keep your reservation must remind those who govern such reservations the principle and heritage and everything you ever did in life. If it weren't for all of you, our forefathers, presidents, would not be where they are now. That is why reservation must remain reservation, not just wildlife bird sanctuary here in the backyard. I throw a hissy fit if someone even cuts a bush, trust me. That's a bird right there, it's in danger. Obviously, it's not here for its help. Do we need Jim Carrey the Mask to help you on a few pointers? Do you know who's standing here before you? Honestly, a messenger of God. Joan the Ark can't have all the fun. The Crow, Dune, kind of like that character, The Notebook. Nicholas Sparks, Noah guy right there. Honestly, he knows how to cook barbecue and throws a tiki torch and can make Fantasia, Walt Disney movie look child's play while playing with a tiki torch. Don't do that, old kids. That's David Copperfield right there. I keep these magicians employed, not just Harry Potter. He's not standing there for his help. No, that's Care Bear Cares. That's Casadella right there. Environmentalist, Foundation Superman, heck. X-Men can't have it all. I keep them employed too. Dolly's saying I need my own radio station. Which would you rather have? I mentioned this earlier in the previous videos of videos. A broken, bankrupt radio station going broke, or someone knocking on my door saying, hey, could you borrow some 30 minutes of my air show right here? People are bored to tears. They need your opinion right here. Sit in this big chair. Here's some coffee, let it rip. Why should Howard Stern have all the fun? Another brother I keep employed. He's not afraid to light up 2 satellite signals and say, this is Care Bear now. Everyone here can have all the fun. I hope over the years he's not afraid to hold back. Jerry Springer even. People who've been on 700 Club, who've been on for years, want to hear Care Bear Cares. They don't want fudge cake nonsense. They want the real deal. There are people who know in life that someone was born with a higher purpose, and it's not every day he wakes up like lightning struck his son's car the other day in a foot of water, and still kept trucking in a Ford Focus that's black with 10 windows when I come on base, with a POW on the back, and General Patton on both sides. There are people who watch that son's car night and day. Lucky kid, he's only 7. Obviously, your dad had to learn how to mow the lawn for $1, huh? Clean the grill. That's what he had to do on the weekend. While reading National Geographic is not on for his help. He's trying to stop this and keep folks like all of you in different language all over the world employed. There are people who don't want that. Don't care about you. Don't care about the person next to you. Don't care that we have a Constitution of the United States that people, 90 billion plus, 6 feet under, died to keep uphold. I'm trying to keep those doors going, open. We have people who don't understand them. We'd rather have them shot permanently, even have you thrown out or laid off. Heck, another Great Depression. My dad sits in a big chair in Washington, not for his help with an Elvis Presley CD. It's because he's trying to keep you all open for business while doing computer programming at home. Obviously didn't raise a fudge cake to sit there, tuck tail between his legs, and not do something about it before it comes knocking at his door. That's his son right here standing. Dad, I sent you a card once in a while. I hope you got Father's Day's card. God knows. I do a lot trying to keep postal service in. They're not going to sit there and betray the word postal. Especially having a lot of integrity. Namaste. God bless all of you who are sitting there thinking of what to write that person in charge of all that land in Japan. Why samurai area must be preserved for years to come for all children, not just the ones born here in this hometown, little town of humbleness. I speak on their behalf too. Obviously, the amount of friendship bracelets here, I wouldn't even be able to walk correctly with all you, what you damsels have in mind. I'd be walking like that guy in The Mummy Returns. How's that for a sense of humor without even using a script? Much love to all you sexy mamas. I know y'all trying, keep writing, keep calling, keep visiting in person. There are people, like I said, I don't need lunatics on meth under my house. I need real friends, not someone who sits there and lets some offender deprive them of a real friend like me. There are single moms out there every day, every hour who work just as hard as anybody else with 6+ kids, thin as a rail that I'm looking for, petite, even preferred, who don't tolerate crap either and wish to God I was living right next door. They don't fall short of ignorance, okay? I don't have time for it. Granted, nobody's a babysitter, but we all do work together and keep our community safe. That is what people should have. I mean, they earn it. They work night and day just as hard as Dolly Parton and everybody else. By the way, God bless all you in Dollywood, the Stampede even. People I keep employed night and day, even in prayers, not just restaurants wherever I visit, IHOP, Denny's. People I care about, not just what's on post, theaters, Shoney's. I got Shoney's right over there. Yo, look at that, Shoney's. To car places. I mean, car show coming up. I mentioned that Fort Knox. I got the memo. See that? Courtesy of exchange. Same exchange I was talking about earlier. Fill out that My Hero market counter for those into classical cars. In Cedarville, Dolly has a pile. Y'all need to see Cedarville, Lucky Bells. The aquarium, God bless all of you. Konnichiwa. All you over there who visit the aquarium in Smoky Mountain night and day, much love to all of you. Especially the zoos, the history of the area, the whole town. Right down to the person playing piano, the opera, the orchestras, right here at Elizabethtown, representing Fort Knox and everybody else. To the VA department, VA link. To these guys, Academy Sports and Outdoors. People who work just as hard as anybody else while preventing suicides, crisis communication, not just on the Oscars. God bless that mom again who recently lost a 9-year-old who killed himself. They thought, they were alone in that area. No. That's why I tried very hard night and day, courtesy U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, people I keep employed who don't appreciate con artists coming up to them trying to steal what have you information and rip this guy off right here. Good luck on that theory. They'll just record you, not say hardly anything, and tell you to go away. We're not fooled by your identity theft, patient malhealth practice, fraud, even diaper issues. People with diaper problems don't have any business loitering around here either, especially underground. They will check. Trust me. They don't want you near their homes. They don't want Care Bear being infected by some nutcase lunatic underneath with diaper issues. You don't think that canine's going to put two and two together real fast? You might want to think that over. This is not a health fraud loitering station. This is my house. I shouldn't come home and find my whole place trashed. That's not how you reward Care Bear. That's not how you reward yourself at the end of the day for caring for the whole world. Even though sign language. I speak everyone's language. I care about everybody's cultures, your religions, your food. I'll even read your Bible too someday. You have a friend next to me who speaks Indonesian. I have friends in Muslim who are Muslim, Jewish. God bless all you. So many that I care wholeheartedly about, especially the weather in your country. I'm that caring. Not just in China, Japan, Philippines. I have family in Philippines too. Kumusta? Right. What's your health over there? And everybody else. The senators, the presidents who watch day and night wanting to know where Care Bear's at. Trust me, it's not just NATO and everybody else who watch day and night. There are a lot of trillions of people out there. My popularity, it's not about popularity, it's not about ratings. It's about the human heart of caring. That's why kids smile. They know that's Dad, that's Care Bear cares. I could even have a hood over my face. It won't fool my God. He'll right there. Look, give it up. That's Care Bear right there. He knows exactly when his dad's nearby. Daddy loves you very, very much. And I look forward to the day where I open my door right here at home and you're sitting right there waiting to hug me. Because being rewarded for another year of fudge cakeness just don't cut it with two grandmas up in heaven right now. Trying to pull a plug and help her out. If she wants to stay here another year, well, I didn't sign squat. Maybe we need to help her out on that point of view. You can't just come to this country and use a dad to get through his kid. That's not how it works. This is not a chess game. You want to stay here? Well, then you got to show up the reason why you want to be here. That game, that little trick gets old real fast. Trust me. That immigration judge doesn't care about anything else in the past. He or she knows that this is the real guy right here. Obviously, we're not fooled. He lives in Kentucky. I don't care about anything else. That's what they're going to say. And Florida law, by the way, states I can do what I darn well please. Especially when it comes to power of attorney. I have that right. I'm his legal guardian. Means everything else is sealed. None of your dang business. Have a nice life. It's barbecue crispy critters, even better. You guys don't have any business judging a dad who hasn't seen his kid in over 7+ years, to start with. That's not something you do to a person who prevents suicide and keeps billions employed. That's not a reward. That should not go through anybody at all. And I pray you've never been through the hurt I've been through just for being close to your son that you gave life to. Much love to all you kids out there who give anything to have a dad like me, not just reading the OSV newspaper. God bless all you right here, World War II veterans, especially generals, colonels who visit my house, knowing that libraries can't have all the fun. Obviously, he has a mint condition newspaper, not just comic books like around here. Honestly, children's kittens caboodle, I make Van Gogh and Picasso have a hard-on in the heavenly clouds because I should open my own bookstores with the stuff I have at this bachelor pad. It blows a bachelor's mind. Holy smoke. Walking in here, I've never seen so much patriotism in my whole life. Obviously, he cares about those people who gave everything for this planet, or he wouldn't be trying so hard to better the human heart and the human race for the future of all children, even putting an end to the word landmine. That's not something a farmer's daughter or a little boy should have to go through as a reward for 50+ years for keeping all of you fed. That is not a reward. That's a nightmare. That charade, that nightmare needs to end, just like that big Korean wall. It needs to come down with friendship and embrace fear and let go of everything else. in the past. Hatred and everything doesn't pay. Those are the wishes of Queen Diane herself. I keep her legacy going and everybody else employed. People are getting tired of Parliament. They know there's a king of kings out there. He's not afraid to speak his voice. Here I am. Whether you're ready or not, King Louis and all of them can't have all the fun. I know exactly how to put a king or queen in their place real fast, like you have a choice. Your family stand next to me. They obviously stand next to me for a certain reason. That man is the real deal. He's a friend of many languages. Obviously, if he speaks all languages, our languages, no, our culture, everything, our religion, even will read it. That is a friend worth investing in, huh? Investing in, donate, help keep this website going for future children all over the world. Much love while you're out there watching cartoons, Sesame Street, going to Walt Disney World in Orlando. Honestly, he's not afraid to speak his voice. Martin Luther King, God bless his soul, can't have all the fun, especially for somebody who supports Black Month. Watches Whitney Houston for crying out loud. Obviously, that's a brother from a different mom while playing Xbox, WWF at the same time. Even have a sense of humor while playing Final Fantasy and every other game that's come a long way since Atari or War Games, huh? With Kate Upton. Another darling I support wholeheartedly, who's not just old or unwanted like every other feeling when an 8-year-old comes rolling through on the stage. I know exactly what you models are thinking. Not just fashion designers. You're sitting there thinking, okay, this one's new. Who's gonna replace me first? Let's see, shall we? That's what they're really trying to think. She's 18. Oh wait, her rack looks better than mine. Do I look old? That's what the average human heart is thinking at 50, which is a new 12, I hear. Wait a second, someone's blushing now. She thought she was going to bed alone by herself at the end of the day. She was just here 5 days ago. That couldn't be hiding Klum. Oh, you thought it was just everybody else in Delaware's Prada? My bad. That guy right there who's taught in Transformers trying not to smile with glasses is trying to tell you a few pointers. You thought it was just under the gun, your right hand honcho? No. That guy right there already knows the answer. That guy's gifted. He knows exactly where you need reassurance at the end of the day while trying not to cry at the same time because he actually knows all about you. He knows exactly where you went wrong and exactly how to make you feel better at the end of the day, feeling not so old, tired, what have you, and bring that little kid out at the same time with a sense of humor over coffee or tea or whatever floats your boat. I make people laugh, like I said. It's a gift. It's not something you throw away. It's not something that comes along every day. No. It's because that one guy, like Jesus on a cross, refuses to go out and just die. That guy right there hanging out to dry on a church wall, who I'm kind enough to say, you should bring him down, put me up there. He could use a vacation, because half the time, sometimes I'm so tired, it's like I'm still trying to give all I have, like them shining stars at night, caring for all of you down there. Y'all think you're alone doing this at the end of the day? No, you're not. I'm feeling that one parent coming home late who's so tired carrying 5 kids with her. Hug little Barbie when you get a chance. And every other dad and mom out there who hasn't seen squat kid-wise deployed for the last year. I feel the one who only have 5 minutes with her infant or his infant. Y'all thought you were alone there. I'm going through a 7-year deployment still. For all of you, I'd like to come to a charade to come to an end. God knows I do a lot for my son. I deserve that much for an Air Force officer. Friend to the whole world, who I wouldn't do nothing for, except love and care for and support and keep going every day, every night. I mean, the site is growing. It's kid-friendly. It's designed to help kids stay in school, to anti-bully as to why bullying is wrong, to breast cancer support. Honestly, that's not a guy you spit on and throw away. God bless Coleman out there and everybody else I love wholeheartedly, not just samurai who watch me night and day, making sure Care Bear stays safe. They understand John F. Kennedy, Bruce Lee, who did this and why. They make sure that never happens again. Even chasing the food. Obviously, it's healthy. It doesn't taste like crap. That's even better. While supporting Fort Knox and everybody else in prayers and keeping them employed. Pledge to serve as a role model, maintains positive climate. Major General Jeffrey Snow, right, accepts the U.S. Recruiting Command guide on Tuesday at Brooksfield, Fort Knox, from Lieutenant General Kevin Mangum, Deputy Commanding General Training and Doctrine Command, becoming the Commanding General of USAREC. There are military bigots out there who don't even like the fact that I'm supporting all of you. Screw them, right? Who cares? But that's the thing. Like I said, it's where they think you're not looking, not keeping an eye out for your house, your neighborhood. That's when they're doing something to your home. It's that one criminal act that hurts everyone, not just watching it by satellite. Keep an eye out for each other. I'm that real. That caring won't be stopping for nobody anytime soon, especially kids like him who deserve that much respect and that much love. And them right there 6 feet under who gave everything for our world in the interest of peace. Not just our nation, all nations. All soldiers. There's a flag in my living room. It says the following message in bold ink, exactly what it says. And you remember this to your day, Colonel, comrade, especially those in Russia. Much love. No soldier, global, all around the world, is ever alone. Not in my presence. Care Bear cares. I know exactly what he or she, right down to that royal guard, guarding Queen Elizabeth and everybody else day and night, sacrifices day and night from their families too. Not just watching it in movies I love, Notting Hill, Tinkerbell, God bless her, Miss Lady in Red, Erin Brockovich, which is why I keep trying to tell you farmers stop using pesticides. If you've seen that movie, that's going to be your place in 10 years while burying your kids. Don't use pesticides. Use something environmental pet friendly. Okay? Because the last thing you want to be doing is drinking it in 5 years while your intestines fall out. While looking up those people who built this stuff and made it to begin with, that's killing you slowly, not just your cattle. Don't think too hard on that one, while your grandparents are trying to point this out to me at the same time, standing next to me. Think it over before. Which is another thing I want to bring up. Having foresight, I saw something in the middle of the future that someone's farmer's parents are trying to tell me with 9,000 plus acres in the middle of Central America. If you want another sandstorm to roll through like it owns the place instead of a house left, I suggest you learn how to keep your crops planted in the ground while they're dead. Mow through is okay, crabgrass okay. Helps prevent erosion while a sandstorm does roll through, not just in science fiction movies like Insomniac. Or Star Trek Atlantis, or whatever comes to mind, Star Trek. Now, obviously, overpopulation, trees burnt down in California has something to do with your drought. Which state is it? Next, let's see, with the humidity and dry heat we have coming up from down south Texas. Thank God they got all that backed up rain. There'll be years when you wish to God you had a raindrop, especially those on the other side of the world were wondering where all the rain went to. Planets changing for the better. With more trees, more everything better. Less trees, less air, less everything. Environmentalist right here. Greatest scientist, thinker, right, philosopher, not just those in the room. I support Syrians. I support everybody nearby, Turkey, Norway, Finland, Greenland, Iceland. Not just watching Lord of the Rings. Favorite movies of mine. Other than supporting NASA, them too, they're diehards. I'm not afraid to call the president and be like, hello. You thought you were alone trying to figure out what your alarm system is at the end of the day. How is it Care Bear knows it before you do? Ha 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 ha. AJ laugh. Golly, because he's dialing on his cell phone, which has more secure than James Bond right now. I can understand why. There are people out there who don't like the fact that I'm doing all this with a sense of humor and fear and don't understand something. And it's not until they open their heart and their mind, they start to see and read the Bible too and learn English. It's a great way to learn English while supporting libraries here at Fort Knox and everywhere else. I mean, there's not a thing I wouldn't do for a kid in need while eating at the same time, looking at people and be like, hey, come here. You look tired. You want to sit down in front of me and have a cup of coffee while your head's floating and try not to fall off? How many fingers am I holding? That's what it says here. While sitting there hoping to God that person who just got done serving me is not sleeping in their car as a reward at the end of the day or night. You don't think I know how that feels? There's someone named Brooke. I hope she's alright, not sleeping in the rain. And every other person that's come across my way, my life, 10 years from now even. There are people in Florida I miss a whole great deal, especially at MacDill Air Force Base. There's not a day, night that don't go by that I don't recall or remember what I've done for amongst all of you, especially some godfathers. At the retirement office and everybody else I care for, having volunteered there and helped out. I mean, there's not a day that don't go by that I don't think about all of you while missing my son a great deal. Especially the nightclubs. To this day, I keep you all employed. Keep doing what's right, supporting military. Don't tolerate BS. Watch out for credit fraud, every other scam you see on the news. Don't let people steal people's credit cards. Make sure you, especially bartenders, make sure you check for underage. They will bust you if you don't. Ybor, I mean, there's nothing I want to do for any of them as well. Nashville, you know, there are people who want me to sit there in front of a five-star restaurant, not just Devil's Kitchen or Bobby Flay. I watch night and day and would give a lot just to see that guy sit there and eat a steak, not just barbecue it here in my backyard in Elizabethtown where I live. There are people jealous of the fact that you even have a roof over your head. Here I am trying to fend those people off without even trying to get off the ground. Don't even try it. Crime don't pay here. I have friends watching out for my folks, not just Navy SEALs who live next door. They're not scared of you. They're not intimidated, not just watching you. Trust me, they know everything about this place, even the blueprint. They know exactly where and how to dig a criminal out. They're not stupid, and they're not blind. That goes for every other neighbor. I'm not going to hesitate to look out for somebody and call 911 or whoever the heck I got to call, senator wise, who can help you all keep this place safe. Five-star generals watch me day and night. They won't hesitate. That's someone's son right there. He's obviously not afraid to speak his mind and hold back on all of you, trying to keep you all employed, not laid off. Not saying Claire Bear who won't step into a Walmart because he's seen a 2-hour special and why Walmart just puts everybody else out of business the day they arrive. That kind of friend. Nothing gets truckers and people who are Americans trying to stay employed. Another reason when you walk into my home, you see duck hunt tape everywhere. Buy one of these. It keeps an American family employed. I'm not against shooting ducks, but I will keep an American family employed. Why else would I be using their stuff? Trying to keep them employed too. Much love to all you grandfathers and juniors out there, wannabes, friends, not just WWF watching, UFC, Sports Channel, NASCAR, everybody, Kentucky Derby, that I keep employed to the symphony orchestras, the musicians, the violinists, people on NPR, them too. I listen to wholeheartedly and everybody else. I do a lot supporting folks, even supporting POWs. It says that on my front porch, right here with flags. They found theirs. Keep trying one way or another. Even in a North Korea site, we all have to come home one way or another. Keep digging until you find them all. They all must come home, not just watching We Were Soldier movies. I watch Kim Jong Jr.'s movies too and still say the same thing on TV. We all gotta come home sometime sooner or later. And while destroying this world landmines, it's not humorous to a farmer who's worked for you 50 years And daughter or son step on landmine. That's not a reward. That's a nightmare. That must come to an end sooner or later because of past history. One day, God willing, that wall will come down of fear, of boredom, and everything else, of past history. And life as we know it will persevere. We have Mars to go to. Obviously, everyone can have all the fun. Olympics, trials, Korea, Tour de France. Favorite shows of mine, I watch night and day. I'm not amused with these jealous, fake scam artists trying to deprive a soldier of his identity and everything else, trying to steal out from under him. The VA department is not full by ex-relatives. I'm not amused by whatever comes out of your mouth because you're jealous that he has a life and you have a year, 20 plus years of convict record. That's why you're harassing him, right? Trying to get that malpractice, even going as low as trying to ask people to ask inappropriate questions, huh? That's why patient advocacy private law exists. Good luck on that theory while you're over there. Don't let that nice security camera kick you in the rear on the way out. That's from a serious grandfather. Wanted to tell you that politely while wearing a VA badge. Good luck with that one. They won't hesitate to press charges on my behalf for harassment. Get out of my office. That's what they really want to tell you politely. That's not how we reward people for keeping us employed in a family of nurses. No. Nice try. Not just the Pope. Everybody else watching too. Much love all over the world, especially in Mongolia. Those families out there riding elephants too. Brazil, Malay tribe, them too. I keep their land sacred. I have to sit there and remind governors, senators, why? 5,000 tribes trying to keep their land must exist, must be reserved, must be protected from pollution, population, over trash, everything. 50 years from now, that's not a reward for keeping your heritage. Heritage for everyone going. I don't understand why these people, offenders, think it's cute putting words into my mouth. I did not say. That did not come from me directly. I never said it. Don't be fooled. There's always someone trying to steal my mail before I even get a love letter from any of you. Keep trying, especially that Queen French, Viva la France, and everybody else who had a marriage proposal or someone knocking at the door, not just that one in Braveheart, her too, with that long hair. For tonight's tale, Keith Ledger, his friends too dropped by, and there's some still living nearby, who write papyrus scriptures out the yin-yang, of my life and everything else. How does this guy think? Why does he care so much? Because someone has to care. Someone has to be that little spark in all of you and remind you of just what it's like to be a kid again at the end of the day. Whether you had a bad day or not, he's kind enough to give you a hug, a shoulder to cry on. He's not going to sit there and treat you like garbage, whatever date, what have you, story you've seen that made your day real bad at the end of the day. He's not like that. He's that one spark that just won't die in us all. God made him to make up for all this mess and to correct it as much as humanly possible. Why else would all your family members, the Queen's Diana, and everybody else be standing right next to him, not far away? Obviously they believe in him, or they would have gone vamoose by now. I'm gonna give her, she'd throw a few pointers. She sits by Harry and William's bedside out far away every night, try to tell you a few pointers that she wished she had more time. You know, while showing me a nice little slow replay of her nice little car flipping over in her life at Cece before she even had a chance to say that. And then she's very proud of Kate because, golly, look at all that Christmas just for having a newborn. Another diehard watcher of mine. Aw, he thought it was just Miss Redhead. It's not far away from that book and her two little girls. Redhead. I'd hesitate to bust her chops and pick on her, make her face fluster, which is what makes Diana laugh up there. Golly, he's not even half lit from coffee, and he's already having you for lunch and dinner and snacks. Ain't that nice? For a bachelor dad? Huh, making you feel beautiful all over again. Oh. Now you know how half the population of married women feel. They're sitting there drooling over my front t-shirt cover, wondering what's under the chest. Honestly, it's a lot better looking than what I've had over the years by boyfriends, huh? Honestly, James Dean, Elvis Presley can't have all the fun. You know, looking at it, must be the shirt or something. To the damsel passengers on a Calvin Klein and everybody else who would give anything to have me in a suit once in a while, not just a white t-shirt and blue jeans. Come on, James Bond can't have it all. Which is always a reason why I need fashion designers around here in Kentucky. Well, we're not fooled by ignorance and thieves slobbering at the mouth underneath trying to steal what have you information for their own personal sick gain. Those are people we need to keep away from, Care Bear. Obviously, we learned a few things while watching Bruce Lee and everybody else who put the bullet in the gun and why theory. That's not going to happen, right? We won't make the same mistake twice when Martin Luther King. Oh, wait, he's the next one and he's white. Darn. That's some grandparent who's trying to give a young bachelorette another single lecture before wondering why she's with that guy. While making collard greens. I know exactly what that woman's about to say. Why is she getting that lecture? I'll be asleep. You know, you petite and them folks there, you too chicken and not ring the doorbell. I don't know. You thought it was just friends in Hawaii who had that? Aww. I feel for the one who's got millions, billions, billions. And she's sitting there looking at her car collection, her house, her hotels, and everything else, and sitting there wondering, missing that one Care Bear. She wants the real deal, not some jerk off she had last time around. Doesn't care about money, doesn't care about peanuts, doesn't care about anything, resume, what have you, like baby shades over there, much loves, and her five-legged friends I keep employed day and night, and everybody else, right down to the person sweeping the floor. Them too. Hello over there, and especially with those coffee growers, night and day. All you people, obviously King Kamehameha can't have all the fun. No, I'm not online for my help. There are people offline who want dearly to take this happiness out from under you. That's why we have hard-working techs who make the word hacker look child's play with what they know. People don't spend 20 years at Cable Town Vision for their help. I feel for the student intern who has to explain this before enrolling into Google. The website, the company itself, why he or she doesn't want to go to Harvard, but wants to spend 20 years at Cable. Like I listened to Dad anyway, which is why I went Army instead of Air Force. He got over it. Eventually, still chewy with that one. Got it? While listening to the pitter-patter of your heartbeats running on miles away while you're doing that PT test in the morning. Obviously, it wasn't just because you joined basic training. Can't get to school on time half the time and trying to think of what to say 5 minutes before the bell, before cadre inspection, huh? Honestly, the Xbox staying awake record didn't roll over too well last time. What now? Sham past sham. You're looking at King Shammer. No wonder you're trying to keep him within arm's reach, poster size on the ceiling. You thought it was just that cheerleader at that football game who's staring at the same poster? No, don't worry, I won't tell. Maybe I will. Why should James Dean and everybody else you think about on them nice men's health cover magazines have all the fun? Oh, now they're all blushing. You thought it was just Tyra Banks at the end of the day, looking at a serious poster and wondering where the rest of it is. Who wants a photo of Carrie here? Obviously knows what's under this shirt, huh? It's not my fault. He looks better than your average boyfriend husband out there. You thought it was just all that coyote ugly actresses, Women's Sports Illustrated. Those at that nice farm on the last Sports Illustrated thinking that same thought. Oh, no. Maybe I won't tell. While I'm looking at a woman's magazine wondering what quick Test question you're gonna try to come up with. Yeah, I know. I saw you the other day looking at that men's health magazine in the rack, huh? And obviously that wasn't comic book, was it? From X-Men. Ah, I see you peeking. You're obviously married too. Like that matters anyway. Some don't care about morals out there. They'll just sit there and look at Care Bear and say, dessert with a strawberry on top. Kind of expression on their face. Obviously, you're not the only one with that idealism, huh? Which is why half the people are trying to knock down this door. Bachelorette-wise, being into women. I'm flattered for the rest of you, but I'm into women only. NASCAR, Star Trek, Star Wars, Kiddo, Indiana Jones, Jr. right here. This is all what anybody else says, ignorance, jealousy, what have you, even this, in front of the military, that's disrespectful. You're sitting there being employed by them, and you go home at the end of the day and do that. Even on YouTube, there's something wrong with you. You're sitting there spilling military hatred. People catch on, even neighbors, who are not amused by slandering someone who keeps people employed, trick. I think that would be Pontius Pilate did to Jesus Christ years ago while trying to keep the night of the museum going, huh? I think we're not amused with that joke wherever he goes next. They know all about you, mouthers, and your bigotry and everything else. They're not fooled by the criminal trying to hide in someone's wall, trying to steal their wallet at the end of the night as a reward. They know that trick too. Obviously, he's not on 12 plus hours every day and night, caring for all you divisions out there and everybody else who's merging, decreasing, budgeting, being thrown into a brand new unit, just came off what looked like Black Hawk Down in the movie cargo plane for their health. Know exactly how you feel, by the way. Why else would he be on here night and day helping you all not kill yourself and feel so alone in the world in the barracks, huh? Especially those I have yet to meet, even inspect on my own. And while running around looking out for people's neighbors, their stuff, and everybody at the same time. Obviously didn't come through flood rain at Fort Knox yesterday, while lightning everywhere for his health either. Obviously he cared about all of you, that's why. Even the damsels will tell you this to her face, who've known him for years. It ain't for his health, child. It's because he felt you, thought you were nearby, cared about you, and hopes to God you're not sleeping on the sidewalk as a reward for all the hard work you did at the end of the day. Right down to that chef in the back who thought nobody cared about them too. And the restaurant next to you, and then the restaurant down the street, and the one that's so far within walking eyesight distance, who I hope to God doesn't go broke or out of business. I'm that caring, all in 5 seconds while sitting in my son's car, over a cup of coffee that I just had, enough to fill an aquarium. That's usually what I say. Signature thought on my face. My dad drank 20 cups. Keep it coming. Obviously, I gotta do something to raise the Titanic below them too. I keep them employed. All the masters, exorcists, country music, everyone. And I don't care about jealousy or ignorance or anything else. I care about your heart. That's why God made me to make up for the one part of you you miss most. I remind baby shades of herself. Even if she needs reassurance, she's only a human being like everybody else who goes through a lot of criticism. I'm not intimidated by paparazzi. You can follow me all the way around. I could walk around with my boxers on and still hold a grin. Good luck at that thought. While trying to keep an on-base organization who could be broke if they were off-base open for business. I'm that real, that caring. Flash all you want. Take as much video as you like. I'm not going to hold back. Why should anyone? First Amendment will tell you a few pointers. I can do what I darn well please, because I can. I'm the one person who keeps all you employed. Have a nice day. Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, everybody else can have all the fun back there that y'all look at day and night. To Van Gogh to Nassau. Now, from one guy who won't let you get budget cut without having a say in it, to the MWR Life magazine, to Men's Health, to CWOC Protestant Main Chapel, to everybody I ever think about in prayers, right down to UNICEF, Johns Hopkins University, Tunes Foundations, People, Playboy, Maximum Cover, them too. I keep Maximum magazine going. I even remind men why it's important to to buy such magazines to keep those women employed, not just Playboy Hugh Humphrey. Doesn't even look his age. All in 5 seconds worth of thinking. Golly, what can I say more? In the 101st Airborne Division, why the Eagle looks better than that boring looking, I understand you're emerging, sir, but Eagle helps with morale at the end of the day. Patch. That new one just... That man is trying to tell you a few things, but it's inhuman. I told you so. I should have bet me a case of chocolate on that one. He didn't go through with that one. No. Eagle, much better looking for a Patch. They'll understand. Trust me. It makes sense. Bald eagle, president eagle, endangered species bird. Another bunch of eagles I'm trying to keep alive, right down to the groundhogs. Environmentalist animal protector right here, the PETA. Honestly not on for his health. But Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, and everybody else with a sense of humor on a comedy show camp. All the fun. Much loves. That's with a sense of humor. Keeping care by care. Be right back. Want to remind you that cowbell counts. And I'm not on for my health. It's not about your resume. It's about the human heart. That was what Jesus was trying to tell us all along. Before being put on a cross and after. In God we trust. It doesn't just say that on American dollar. It's what people live for, deserve, and so rightfully need to hear, not just in comics, cartoons like The Simpsons. Having said all that, like I said, it's in God we trust. Obviously, a guy who stands next to generals cares about you, it's not just about your rank or who you are, and I think General Combs, everybody else who looks out for me, they should build their own MP mobile station right here in the backyard. Honestly, a grandmother or ours grew up in a shed the size of that one right there, and lived on a farm, raised 5 kids by herself as an old orders, took care of everybody for years. Anything's possible if you put your heart and mind to it. Same kind of friend will say, hey, you should come over and go camping in the backyard once in a while. It might help you feel better, not so alone in the world by the end of the day. Loneliness is one thing I try very hard to help free you of every day, every night. I'm that real, that caring. While wishing all of you, especially those with kids, that you have better days ahead while bettering yourself. I'm that caring, that loving, that kind, that understanding, that trusting, everything you could ever think about at heart possible that God made me. Again, to make up for everything else that went wrong in your world. I'm that one person to remind you not so low to the world as you think. Being psychic, understanding, somebody who will reach into your very soul, look at you and say, hey, I see you had a long, rough day. Honestly, you need a hug. You want to come over and have some tea sometime while listening to classical music or something? Honestly, it doesn't just happen in movies like Hope Floats and everything else, or The Lake House, Sandra Bullock, another sexy mama out there, to the gym, fitness crew, to everybody else I watch on TV, not just sci-fi. I'm not caring to sit there and say, hey, yeah, if you want a relationship to work, you gotta make the effort, or it won't work, no matter how hard you try, not just while doing DJ at the same time. And writing you non-stop comments on your Facebook, hoping that, hey, one day you'll actually wake up and notice that Care Bear cared about you. Why do you think he's been trying so hard to tell you something other than watching what's going on the news hearsay? I don't believe everything I hear. I believe in you. I see you and all of me as you see me and only you. That's what God made me so special, for that one person out there who's not afraid to say what he feels at heart, remind them so much of themselves while being watched day and night and guarded night and day, because they all watched JFK, Paul Walker, everybody else, whose life ceased but still be kept alive by this one guy right here. Or should the Pope, the Queen, Kings have all the fun? Ozzy's not afraid to put people in their place real fast to remind them what the kid of them, while keeping a prayer and an eye out for all of you. By the way, hope you're watching your help, being in the medical field for all these years, and not afraid to speak my mind, especially when it comes to kids in need and those at hospitals who need a darn miracle, and a prayer to help them make sure God hears them. Much love to all you kids in need of miracles, not just watching favorites like commercials like Jennifer Lopez and everybody else while playing video games as Atari at the same time. I'm that one person who'll keep telling you to keep on living, keep on trucking, because God gave me a reason to live. Here I am. I tell you that newspaper press release not far around, who's looking at me wondering where's he been. And the next town I'm going to, or the next town after, through there, Georgetown even, people I keep employed all over the state, Tennessee, to Washington, to the other side of the world, to Guam, to Greece, to Rome, even reminding them the importance of growing wheat, which is better than the good old days. Well, how else are you going to pay off that debt? We need to go back to traditional stuff that sells. How else is that stock market you so rightfully believe in, not just investing in ours, is ever going to increase? You have to believe in yourselves. You have to make things work, and you have to feed that family that's in need of your nice bread, wheat-making stuff. Not just stuff that doesn't sell. We'll only go so far, obviously. Right down to that Coliseum opera singer who's hoping he or she doesn't get let go because the crowd hasn't been like it used to be. Hoping that tourism picks up. Not just reminding folks in California that if you want your kids to live longer, you better keep them out of the gosh darn ocean for the next 10 years and explain to them Barney level why bathtub is it. I'm sorry, there's no way that ocean's going to be ready by June. They said the same thing in the movie of Jaws. Oh wait, there's a white tip out there. You don't believe it's not out there now? How do you know? Put your hand in there. 5 feet in that ocean. You must pause to that ocean right there before you even think of putting your kids in there, and you put your hand in there. If it comes out black or brown, get down and do some push-ups. I know one environmentalist will tell you that to your face for a science engineer, not just watching marine biologists trying to figure out how, in God's name, did the Exxon spill not quite comprehend a warm-up of a highlight other than Gulf of Mexico. What next to take out our fishing industry? Alaska? God forbid if that tanker, one Alaskan Coast Guard cutters watching my show, decides to go north instead of the traditional route for the last century. Obviously, iceberg below your radar didn't quite cut it before you started sinking with a bunch of iceberg chunks around, like the Titanic. Because you foolishly relied on technology instead of looking out and underneath, making sure no iceberg around. You really want to take that risk? You want Christmas bonus? You think about those kids for future and you take traditional route. I don't care what anyone else thinks or says. You take traditional route, you get Christmas bonus watching out for future of all children. Swimming in oil and scrubbing off children's future from now is not a good idea with odds so. Imagine that bird you're scrubbing, because that's the same thought that parent or volunteer is thinking while you're hoping to God people keep buying Dawn soap to keep those environmentalist bird PETA supporter, Humane Society, them too, going while scrubbing them birds off, who are sitting there looking at you as to why, what in God's name did we do wrong to deserve frickin' oil all over us while trying to fly at the same time. That's what our president is thinking right now, because he wished to God someone should have thought things through while that oil was spilling everywhere. Because now we're thinking about our future of our children really well. While that shrimping industry captain's out there wondering why he's not getting shrimp, he's getting oil instead of shrimp, and tourism just went in the trash can. It's a bad day when an aircraft carrier like the USS Nimitz comes back and there's a captain on board fishing and they're catching tires and garbage instead of clean fish for dinner, like tilapia. I tell it like it is. I don't hold back. Innocent Cooper's a die-hard watch everybody else. I'm that caring, that creative, thinking outside the box. One years, Winnie Cooper would tell you the same thing to her mind when she gets a chance over a cup of tea or coffee, not just those wear Prada and everybody else I keep in prayer and employed and not feel so alone at the end of the day. That's all in 30 seconds worth of thought. While telling you to hope you had a great weekend, don't kill yourself unless you want to spend a million years in the same spot. It just doesn't pay. God gave you life. So did your parents. Don't destroy it. And by the way, kids at an airport are not baggage. That's a human being. They didn't call you baggage, parent-wise, when they were investing in you at Harvard, Remember that thought before you even bring out that word, baggage-wise. Hope to God you meant luggage, because if it's mispronounced wrong and you're looking at a kid, we got problems. That little kid right there, Soul Garden Angel, didn't roll over too well. That's not baggage. That's a human being with a child. You help bring it into the world, whether you know it or not. Treat those kids with the dignity and respect that they so rightfully deserve, because there's a serious Casanova fan, not hard within earshot, who didn't appreciate that and is going to say that to your face politely. That's a human being right there. That's not baggage. Don't you ever call that little girl, boy, again, baggage, okay? That little person right there, parent-wise, when you were growing up, didn't call you baggage or treat you like garbage because you had a bad day, thought just smacking the morale would fix everything. No, it didn't. You're responsible for your own day, okay? Not that kid right there. Not that wife supporting you all these years, sacrificing his or night. Not just while watching in the Army now or Army show, Army single wives, what have you. They are not your boxing bag for having a bad day. They are people who are just as caring as you are and have feelings too. I'm the one dead bachelor who will bring this to you in a serious rude awakening of an awakening to your face if you ever did that the wrong way in front of me. I won't hesitate if I saw someone get slapped woman-wise. Okay, that person right there, that's a human being who helped bring a little girl or boy into the world. You are not to blame them for having a bad day. Much love to nomore.org Foundation, other than Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and everybody else I support. Much love. You kids have a great day, great weekend. That's from somebody who has God in him, not to be afraid of. Don't listen to people with criminal records or people who are jealous of what Care Bear does and makes your day better while telling you that cartoons is good, skipping school isn't, and throwing your parents' lunch meal in the trash can. They'll check. And hoping to God you don't go home at the end of the day starving, which is why he says, plant a garden, not just tomatoes, you'll never starve. You can always pick tomatoes and have more tomatoes. Who says it has to be outdoor? There are people right now, plantarians, who are planting plants that don't need soil anymore, thinking about Mars. Heat source, hot planet. Honestly, we need something underground, not just watching Star Trek, Wrath of Khan, Project Genesis. There's a couple pointers here, what we're getting into. Biochemist-wise, not just planet watching or going to a convention center and keeping them employed too and praying with. Much love to all you convention centers, not just Walt Disney. God bless everybody. Sir Paul McCartney, everybody else. Rock musicians, I saw the Rock Oscar Awards. Much love. But I get around. Granted, I'm not a diehard Patty. Even I need sleep. God bless everybody who knows how to play a guitar or sing, like their life depended on it. Much love. Y'all watch your hell. Have a great week. Before you know it, it's July 4th, and you're still watching everybody else, while keeping you on prayer and reminding you how not so alone in the world you thought you were. Bringing the kid out of you. Right here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, at my big bachelor pad. Much loves.